Welcome, friends. This is our weekly ROI Live in 5, which is 5 minutes for us to give you content that'll actually produce a 3 times return. So, very fun. Today, we have Steve, who's going to go over our review contest with the team. And so, I know a lot of people do review contests. This is a little bit different because this is going to be going at it from a team perspective and how to engage the team, right, Steve?
Absolutely. And before we hop into how this one works, I want everybody to just imagine on your next sales call, whether you're doing that on video or in person. This actually happened to me last week because we now have over 600 five-star reviews. A lot of it because of this program that we've built out.
Yeah.
But before I even got to say anything, my client was like, "Oh my God, you guys have 600 five-star reviews. That's incredible. Like, what an easy way to immediately establish credibility with your clients. It gives you visibility. There's a lot of other angles we're going to look at this with today, but like I wanted to just share that story because it really isn't that hard to implement something like this, and it is a great team builder. So we are talking about review contests, how they work. It's a really great thing, even if you're a team of two people, all right? Just making it a fun, competitive way to go through the month. So we usually will do this anywhere from 1 to 2 times per year. A lot of times we have fun with it, right? And actually, the clients typically will have fun with it. We usually do it around Halloween, and the losing team has to dress up in something, funny. So, this year, for instance, we actually did a Wicked theme, and we were going to make our director of sales dress up as Elphaba from the movie if he lost. He ended up dressing up anyway, even though he
We still
won.
made them.
Yeah. So, why do this? It's great for visibility. It's great for credibility, immediately establishing yourself that way. It gives you SEO lift. Google will actually track these things. It's just a lot of fun, and it's a good momentum builder also for your team. So that's a little bit on what it's about, Linz.
Yeah, and like I said in the beginning, like I think there's two ways to look at reviews, right? You could do a contest with your clients and like the clients can win things and have all these things for giving a review if we had a 5-star experience or if they had a 5-star experience with us, right? So there's going out to the clients, which we've done before, but this is really specific to the team. And you said you could even do it with two people.
Yeah.
Tell us really quickly, like what does that look like? How do you engage the team? Is it all like an internal contest? And like, I think with us, whether we like it or not, like if we get to embarrass one of our team members, or if you or I are embarrassed in the process, things go a lot better. They have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's a great question. I think you have to find ways to gamify your business, right? And so usually for us, that looks like making it competitive. We play differently when we keep score. So usually we'll set some kind of a brief time. We've done it with our consulting business versus our real estate business. Lindsay and I usually compete against each other, which allows it to be fun for the team. But basically what we do is we just develop a really simple point system where if you get a review, it's a point. If you get a referral, it's 5 points. And then usually you keep track of it. One of the things we do is we actually will bonus our employees for reviews, and usually we'll give them like $25 or something. Something simple. You want to, what's in it for them, right? Is I think a good way to look at it. But honestly, our experience in doing this, we've now done it a couple years. I think people just want to win. It's more about having fun and doing it than it is about the money. And I've often seen our clients like rooting for people. Like, so they actually do enjoy it. It's not like an annoying thing for a client if that's a worry. So,
Yeah, it's a funny thing because I'll reach out to clients to so that I don't lose because I don't like to lose. And very often when I tell them that there's something that I'm gonna be in trouble with, they often are like, "Oh, I'm gonna go give a review for somebody else," which is so not fun. Just so that I experience the pain.
yes.
But it's a fun thing. And listen, obviously. Let me ask you this, like, what if there's a client, because we've had this happen where we reach out thinking things are fine and things are not fine, and we find out through asking for a 5-star. What is our response there? Because I think that's what people really worry about. For us, we're pumped when we hear that because it's like, oh, shoot, there's something we didn't know that anything went wrong, right? But like, how would they handle that, Steve? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, if something like that came up, I still view that as an opportunity. We all know that business kept is better than new business.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity to resolve and salvage that relationship. So yeah, that would be a little awkward. That's happened before to us as well. But it's an opportunity to re-engage a conversation is the way that we typically look at it or we would encourage it. So that's usually our approach.
Yeah. So I asked that because I actually just got a message behind the scenes saying, can you ask this? So thank you for watching and
Yeah.
thank you for messaging, which is awesome. So to wrap this up, because we're gonna want to give you guys the playbook around this, right?
Yes.
So Linda, who's awesome, is going to put information in where you can get a playbook on this. But just to wrap it up, what are some of the bullet points they need to know in order to set this up? So, like, how exactly do you work it? And, obviously, we're splitting people or the team into teams, right? Or if you've
Mhm.
only got two people, you're against each other, tag, that'll be
Right.
fun.
Right.
And, you said Halloween. So, can you just set it up really quickly to give them some bullet points around, like, okay, this is what we did, this is how we did it, we tracked it every week,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, sure. I'll quickly do that. So that is the first thing. It's important to have a process
Yeah.
around this. It's important. I think at a minimum, you need some kind of a text message that for your team. So like it could be really simple. Hey, we're doing our annual review contest. Stakes are XYZ. We would actually usually tell like our client, like, hey, Brandon's gonna dress up as Batman or Robin if he doesn't win. So like we actually would explain it. I would say you could have a really simple, four touch kind of process. I would put that in email. I would have that in text. I always believe that the phone is king also. So like you definitely want to explain it. That's part of it. The rhythm of going through the numbers with the team
Yeah.
once a week and you just track it. And then at the end of the month, you run the full totals. So that's a really simple way to do it. We will give you guys a little bit more of a formal how we do it. But the last thing I really do want to say about this, if you do not have a program for receiving reviews or giving reviews, you are absolutely leaving money on the table. We work with a lot of real estate agents. Imagine that like Google will track this. If you have more reviews than other realtors in your area, you're going to pop up as one of the first choices when someone puts in real estate Philadelphia. Who wouldn't want that opportunity to just grab business that way? Again, it's going to establish that credibility. This is just a fun way to do it, but I would encourage anybody that's listening to this today, if you do not have any review program in place, you're missing an opportunity. People are always looking at you first before you're even getting the opportunity to share what you're about now. So you have to be strategic.
Yeah, and I'll leave you guys with this because we're only supposed to be 5 minutes, but I had a question and people
Yeah.
asking things, so I wanted to take it longer. But um here's the thing. People think you and I are crazy for giving people $25 per review. Um that might be the case. I mean, we of course wrote up a business plan and have figured out how to pay that out if we are closing business
Yeah.
and doing a good job. So it's all about the numbers, friends. However, I tell people like even just for the people in my world, like you know, if they want to go out to dinner that month, right, with a significant other or with themselves and their child or whatever, all they have to do is get 4 reviews. They've got $100 right there. Like
Yeah.
that for me is a no-brainer, right? And when people come to me on my team and are like, I want to raise, I want more, my response is, well, gosh, let's look at how many reviews you got, right? We can always take it back to like at Ciprani Consulting, at our other business in Ciprani Sweeney, like people have the opportunity to make more money at any time with us. And it's on them, right? If
Right.
somebody spends 2 hours a night and text messages everybody they've ever worked with, including like people that they're recruiting, right? So candidates, they could get a free meal. And so, for me, we worked it into the budget. It makes sense for us. And it's a really big win when they get something really nice about them. I just think that's really smart. And if they decide to leave me someday, they can point back to the reviews. So like there's just a lot
Right.
of really good things, I believe, and we shouldn't come from a place of scarcity. We should come from a place of abundance and wanting everybody to succeed together. And if you continue to do these contests and have fun together, you do succeed together at a higher rate. The team camaraderie's fun. Like it's just a blast. And so even one a quarter would be great. We do it twice a year. So awesome,
Yep.
Steve. Anything else you want to leave them with before we go?
Now, last quick thing would be, hey, if you do think that this is an expense, this is probably one contract for most of the clients that we work with. So that is the way you need to look at it. Like that gentleman that I spoke with recently, if that contract closes, I've already just now paid for all of the bonus that's probably going to happen. Like we'd have to get something absurd, like 500 of those, or something like that. Last thing I would say, when we do this contest, we easily will pick up 50, 60 reviews in 1 month.
Yeah.
So it's just a really nice way to get some energy in your business. So I do think it's a no-brainer personally. That was why I was excited to talk about this one. Do it or let us know if we can help you to figure this out because your clients are looking at your reviews, period.
Yep. Our consulting's $1,000 a month. It's worth it to do a month or two with us where we help gamify the rest of your business too. So there's your pitch. All
Uh,
right. Thanks so much, Steve.
All right. Thanks, Liz.
Bye.